Hi guys, welcome to my South Park list. Why only 8 episodes? Well, I'm lazy, simple as that. Well, South Park has been entertaining and shocking people for a long time now. It's now in its 17th season, only 2 episodes have aired so far, and it will be around for at least 3 more years. 2016 will be its 20th and I guess final year. 20 years is long enough, or you could say too long for any TV show. Maybe some people feel it has jumped the shark many times. I've seen a lot of episodes, but not even close to every episode. Maybe some of you will feel some of my choices are lame. Number 8. Cartman's Mom is a Dirty Slut. This is the first two-parter of the series, and it won't be the only two-parter on this list. In this episode, Cartman really wants to know who his dad is, so he asks several guys, or a few guys, if he is Cartman's dad. Several crazy stuff occurs after that. Bob Saget gets parodied in this episode. I watched his decent, I guess, comedy special on YouTube a few years ago, and he claimed South Park was his favorite show, and he talked about this episode. I guess narration can be annoying sometimes, and there's a hilarious running narrator joke in the second part. Number 7. Death. Stan's grandpa Marvin is really bored of life, so he wants to die, and sadly he wants Stan to kill him. The B-plot is the parents in South Park travel to New York to protest a TV show, a juvenile animated sitcom called Terrence and Phillip. This is the first appearance for Terrence and Phillip and Grandpa Marsh. This episode mirrors a real-life event, what South Park was going through then. Parents were protesting South Park because they felt it was so mean. Terrence and Phillip was created because Matt and Trey, the South Park creators, wanted to show the world that South Park is more than fart joke after fart joke. Number 6. Osama bin Laden has farty pants. It's a season 5 premiere, and it was South Park's lighthearted, silly response to 9/11. It aired 3 months after 9/11, and, well, allowed people, South Park fans, to laugh and relax for a little while. After all, the whole country was in terror, and there was talk about war, and sadly 2 wars occurred. In this episode, the boys go to Afghanistan to return a goat they didn't want, and they're captured by Osama bin Laden. This episode parodies the Looney Tunes. Cartman was like Bugs Bunny, and bin Laden was like Daffy Duck, or any bad guy chasing Bugs down to shoot him in the head or do whatever, feed him cocaine or whatever. It's far from the best South Park episode. It's not cleverly written, but it's hilarious. It's silly. Number 5. High Times with Weapons. The boys purchase ninja weapons and they go wild. This is one of those episodes where Butters acts like Professor Chaos. He pretends to be badass or insane. This episode parodies or celebrates adult anime, and when I say adult anime, I don't mean porn. The fantasy sequences are animated differently. They're similar to anime, and bad karaoke songs. I heard Trey Parker say his favorite episodes are when boys are being themselves. They don't have to save the world. Another episode, Chino Pokemon, made fun of anime. It made fun of Pokemon. Number 4. Make Love Not Warcraft. The boys are playing Warcraft and they're frustrated when a random really powerful player shows up and kills everyone. This episode was made when role-playing games were really huge. It was made in 2006. It's a 2010 episode. No, a season 10. This episode poked fun at role-playing games and the obsession that some people have, like the antagonist or villain who was never seen again. Blizzard, whom created Warcraft, was involved in the making of this episode. They allowed the South Park creators to actually use gameplay footage. Randy Marsh, Stan's dad, has a huge role in this episode. I feel he's the funniest character on the show. Oh yeah, how do I feel about Warcraft? Well, I'm not a fan. I couldn't get into it. My cousins love that game. Number 3. About Last Night. This episode concerns the 2008 presidential election. Like in the real world, Barack Obama wins. However, unlike the real world, Obama and McCain are buddies. In fact, they're professional jewel thieves. They want to steal a huge jewel in a museum near the White House. What's happening in South Park? Well, a huge riot breaks out. I don't think I have to explain why that happened. Stan and Kyle are really concerned that people will get hurt. This episode parodies politicians, political differences in the Ocean movies. How do I feel about this series? Well, I'm honestly not interested in seeing the original Ocean's 11. The remake is good. In fact, it's the best of the series. Ocean's 12 is good, I suppose. It's good or decent. It's not bad. Ocean's 13 sucks. Number 2. You're Getting Old. It's a simple episode. It's a psychological episode, as a matter of fact. Stan turns 10 and he becomes deeply cynical, or in other words, he sees everything around him as shit. His friends avoid him, including Kyle. The B plot is Randy divorces Sharon again, and he becomes a musician, loosely. This episode parodies entertainment, specifically music, modern day music. That probably goes without saying. How do I feel about modern day music? Well, I don't have an opinion because I rarely listen to the radio, and I don't know who's popular nowadays, and yeah, I know about Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus. This episode is a season 15 mid-season finale, and everyone thought it was the series finale. It's another two-parter. The second episode is called Asperger's, a play on Asperger's syndrome, and yeah, all the loose ends were tied up. And the funniest South Park episode on this list, Pandemic, is a season 12 episode, and it's another two-parter. The boys become Panavevalin flute players to earn money, and they drag a classmate Craig along with them because he has money. Yeah, I know, selfish motive. And then again, we all have our occasional or rare selfish moments. This episode parodies Cloverfield and the Blair Witch Project. I'll never watch Blair Witch. I was never interested in it. The monsters are huge guinea pigs. Hilarious, clever stuff. I've seen Cloverfield. It's a decent movie. I've seen it 3 times, and I don't need to watch it again. Well, I hope you enjoyed my list. If you found it boring, that's fine. If you somehow like this, you can visit my other channel and watch my South Park review. I very recently decided I will do a Nostalgia Critic list and an Angry Video Game Nerd list. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Will you sub me? Good! Otherwise, I will erase your ass.